Hi everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing great. Today, we're going to draw a solar eclipse, and I've got some really interesting techniques to show you. I'm planning to post videos on this channel more consistently from now on. I've been away because my personal schedule was packed, and my mom has also been unwell. But before we get started, please subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video to support me. Most importantly, turn on the notification bell so we can catch up every time I upload. Alright, let's get started. First, let's set up the fill and stroke. For the stroke, we'll set it to none. For the fill, I'm going with blue. Now, let's use the rectangle tool to draw our background. Let me adjust the color just a bit. I think a darker shade would look much better. There we go, perfect. Next, click on the gradient mesh tool, and then click right in the center. Double-click the fill to pick a color. I'm going with a slightly purple tone, but not too vibrant, just a subtle hint. Now, let's open the Layers panel, lock the current layer, and create a new one. Next, draw a circle. Make sure to hold down the Shift key while dragging, so we get a perfect symmetrical circle. I'll fill this one with black. To center it, go to the Align panel at the top and click on Horizontal and Vertical Align Center. Now, I want you to take a look at the Layers panel as we go, so you can get a better understanding of how these commands work. I've selected the circle. Now, this is the circle layer we're working on. Next, press Ctrl+C, then Ctrl+F4, paste in front. This will copy the circle and paste it directly on top of the original in the exact same position. As you can see here in the Layers panel, it's now placed right in front. Let's scale it down a bit. I'll fill this new circle with white. And there we go. Now, we have two circles stacked on top of each other like this. With both circles selected, go to the Object menu, then Blend and click Make. Now you'll see how the colors of the two circles blend into each other seamlessly. Next, open the Transparency panel and change the blending mode to Color Dodge. Can you see the result? It looks amazing, doesn't it? Draw another circle and place it right in the front. Align it to fit perfectly with the white edges. Then, use the same color as the background. If you can't remember the exact shade, just use the eyedropper tool, shortcut I, to sample the color from our background. With that circle selected, grab the warp tool. You can find it tucked under the width tool in the toolbar. Now, aim at the outer edges, then click and drag outward like this to create that solar flare effect. If your brush size is too small or too large, you can easily adjust it. Just double-click the tool icon and change the width and height values. For instance, if it's set to 400, that might be a bit too big for this detail. Notice the intensity setting here. It's currently at 70%. When I drag, the color follows the mouse quite a distance. Now, let's try lowering it to 30%. You'll see that with the same dragging motion, the radius is much more shallow and controlled. You can also use the warp tool to drag from the outside in. This helps create a sharper, more focused radial light effect or corona that really pops. If you want to change the color, you'll need to edit the background. If you locked it earlier, go ahead and unlock it first. You might want to hide the circle layers for a moment. Click the eye icon. Use the Direct Selection tool, the white arrow, to select the anchor points or mesh points. From there, you can easily pick a new color from the swatches panel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you find these techniques useful for your own projects. See you in the next video.